Hey everybody, welcome to Speech Bubble. Butch Hartman here. I got Jace, and we're talking writing animation with Ray DeLaurentis.
I'm Ray DeLaurentis. Yesterday I found out I have no middle name.
You didn't know?
No, I called myself Raymond Michael, but the people at the birth certificate place said, you don't have a middle name. So all my documents are fake.
Wow.
He better get out of here. Roll the theme. Then we were working on Fairly OddParents, and when you showed up, I was developing a show called Tough Puppy.
Which I loved.
Remember that show? That little show we did, and then we were doing Fairly OddParents and Tough Puppy at the same time.
Which was the best.
Oh, it was the greatest.
And you were doing both shows too?
Yep.
Wow, okay.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he was the executive producer on both shows, and I was the producer and story editor on both shows.
And what I love, my favorite part of the process, besides the writing, was the recording sessions were so great. And that was kind of a reward. Like you'd write a script all for 2 weeks, work your tail off on it, and then go in and hear the actors deliver it.
You
and
come out of
make it even better.
You come out of a Tough Puppy recording session, and literally your gut would hurt from laughing.
Hysterical. And that's why I wish it would have gone on longer, because it went on for 4 years, which was actually longer than 4 years, 4 or 5 years. But the recording sessions were so great, and doing with Jerry and Gray Delisle and Darren Norris and the great Jeff Bennett in there as Keswick. I mean, and they would add to it and make it even better.
Well, Tough Puppy, in my experience, is the only hit that was ever canceled.
Yeah.
In my experience, that was a shocking thing about Tough Puppy. The last week Tough Puppy was on the air, it got a 7-1 with older boys.
7-1 rating.
7-1, which is now it translates to your God.
Yeah.
Yeah, really?
You know,
if you got a 7-1 these days,
there are shows on the CW that get a 1-1.
Wow.
Yeah, it got a 7-1 with older boys, and you know, who knows why? At the whims of a network, where they were at. You know, who knows why? It certainly, I never understood it, but that show was to me, Fairly OddParents is the best cartoon ever. SpongeBob may be the most complete in certain ways in a very kid-like way, and Tough Puppy was the single funniest.
Yeah, I think it really was. I agree. I think it was one of the funniest cartoons.
I read the scripts occasionally now, and I'm crippled by
They're
them.
super funny.
I mean,
I have some on my iPhone, because I have some of the soundtracks in my iPhone, and I'll be playing music in my car, and a soundtrack for Tough Puppy will come on, and I'll just listen to it because it's so funny.
I heard them in Spanish, and they were funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What made Tough Puppy funnier than like Fairly OddParents, for example? Like what about that show?
Well, Fairly OddParents.
No, it was Fairly OddParents is as funny in a way.
Sure. Okay.
But Tough Puppy was what I mean to say is Tough Puppy was pure humor.
Sure. Okay.
That's what it was.
Got it.
We would just do runs on Tough Puppy. It had nothing to do with the story at all. Like the bird brain henchman stuff.
As Butch used to say, everyone is 5.
Everyone is 5.
Yeah.
Everyone's 5, and everyone's a moron. Everyone's a moron.
Everyone.
Yeah, I think Kitty was the only one who wasn't. And then
She was an eye roller.
Kitty became a moron as it went. Dear Kitty, I switched Brian's with you. Signed Dudley.
What does this mean? Oh, brains. Yeah.
Oh, brains.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then so we worked on Tough Puppy, and then we worked on a bunch of pilots together.
Yep, that was fun.
Do you want to talk about one of the pilots we worked on? We worked on.
Well, I mean, the pilots were fun. We did a pilot, which was Butch's idea, called Night and Dave. We did at one point, which was about a kid. It was a poor kid who basically, it's an Excalibur story where he pulls a sword from a stone.
It was a spork from the stone.
It was a spork, right?
Spork.
And he inherits a kingdom, and there is a evil loser knight, who's the knight, and the kid's Dave, who wants to off him. And he has
his name was Smackover.
Lord Smackover, which in Dutch means to smack again.
Yeah.
And
really?
and so
that was a killer pilot.
Killer pilot.
It was killer.
And he has a wizard who hates him. And what was the wizard's
Disappeario?
Oh yes, Lord Disapperio, the wizard, who was hated him and would torture him. And
but I think his mom hired him to be nice to him. Or something.
That's right, his mom.
And he had to work with the kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there was a troll, Dave the troll.
And it
wasn't Dave. Dave was the kid, but it was like something like Bruce the troll.
Bruce the troll.
I am Bruce the troll.
And we had Thomas Middleditch, who later went on to be one of the guys on Silicon Valley. He was one of the people who read it.
Middleditch came in to do the voice of Dave.
That's right, originally.
And he was hysterical.
He was very funny.
And we're like, I hope this gets. And then the pilot never got picked up.
Then he got 900. Then he got 900 jobs, and now he's the Verizon rep.
Yeah, we would never get Middleditch now.
No.
But the fact his name was Middleditch was so funny.
Well, it was such a medieval name, you had to choose it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Thomas Middleditch of the Middleditch clan.
Kingstonbury.
Yeah.
So how far did that get developed then in the process?
We did 800 drafts of the pilot.
About 800 drafts.
Yeah, 800 drafts, and then we went to record, and it was a funny record, and then we wrote a couple extra scripts, because Butch had a lot of clout, and he got them to let us write some scripts, and the scripts, as usual, were even much funnier than the pilot, because you're not trying to do the exposition of set up a show. So they were really funny.
Yeah.
And
It would have been a killer show.
we did the one where Dave had too many jobs because he was king now. So they made a robot Dave that was terrible.
Yeah.
It was a terrible, destructive idiot robot.
No, but Smackover, it was disguised himself and was like a robot salesman. Like, hey,
Yeah.
this will be perfect. And it was all an evil plan to make Dave look bad.
But it was a very funny show.
Super fun.